What are your top tips on how business leaders should navigate this changing government and what's going to happen when we do have a new government in place?
Well, in tax, unfortunately, the devil is always in the detail. So until you see the actual legislation in December, that you can't really make a lot of decisions. But my tips at the moment would be, look, dividend policy, paying it out before 31 March, if it's going to a trust, before the trustee rate goes to 39%. There is some warnings that come with that, because we saw in Land Revenue Review a lot of dividends that were paid out before the personal tax rate went to 39%. And so there'll be words of warning around, is it appropriate? Does your dividend policy fit in with your company culture and past dividend policies? And do you have the cash to pay it out to the trust? The property changes will be important. It comes up in probably a couple of areas. The unwinding of the non-deductibility of interest is not instant. It's phased out over a couple of years, so you won't be getting back to 100% deduction for a couple of years, and it's due to apply from 1 July 2024, not 1 April, which is the traditional start to the tax year. If you're having to sell property at the moment and you are subject to the Bright Line test at 10 years, one of your challenges is that you can't just simply sign a contract now and defer settlement until after 1 July 2024, when it will be back to 2 years. And that's because of the way the legislation determines when the Bright Line finishes. So you can't sign any contracts really now. So if you're having to sell land, and it's owned by a trust, sell it before 31 March. Otherwise, you're paying an extra 6%. If you're a business with lots of property, commercial property, you're going to have to assess the potential impact of the lack of tax depreciation going forward and what that does to your business. And then the final one is really, just stay on top of your compliance and get it right first time. And sometimes you need to get some advice to make sure you do.